After the PLU, the criminal entity, headed by Muhoozi Kainerugaba, coming out to say that it is going to install the new leadership in UPC, UPC MPs made a press conference and retaliated. They came out to say that they acknowledge the leadership of Jimmy AKENA. This is what they ought to do. For any leader must have foot soldiers who fight for him. How could a party have sat down when a press conference is made on a PLU headquarters that they're going to unseat their president general and they keep quiet? When they came out to fight, I was so happy. It was led by a woman from Lango sub-region. This is what happened.
The UPC Party Parliamentary Committee has considered the recent media pronouncement made on 16th July 2026 by Honorable David Kabanda and Honorable Michael Mawanda, purporting to speak on behalf of the Patriotic League Uganda, the PLU, to remove the legitimate leadership of the Uganda People's Congress, the UPC, and impose other persons, including certain disgraced former support staff of the party, as leaders of UPC. This is against the party's constitution and the will of the UPC members. Following careful deliberation, the committee unanimously resolved as follows. 1. The UPC Party Parliamentary Committee reaffirms and recognizes Honorable Jimmy AKENA as the legitimate and incumbent president of the Uganda People's Congress in accordance with Article 13 of the UPC Constitution. The committee further acknowledges his steadfast leadership and commitment to the party, including the guidance and support he provided to party structures and candidates during the last general elections. The committee categorically rejects and disassociates itself from the pronouncements made by the officials of the Patriotic League of Uganda, PLU, purporting to remove the legitimate leadership of UPC and impose other persons as leaders of the party. Such actions are unconstitutional, unlawful, and of no legal effect. Article 13 of the UPC Constitution and Section 10 of the Political Parties and Section 10 of the Political Parties and Organizations Act 2005 affirms the autonomy of political parties to organize and manage their internal affairs in accordance with their constitutions and the laws of Uganda.
That is when they are firing a signal to Muhoozi Kainerugaba to stop meddling in their politics. First of all, we are under multipartism. In big democracies, if a particular members of a particular political party come out to say that they are going to install leadership in another political party, it is a taboo. I know because of democracy and politics, you are allowed to snitch on other political parties, but coming out directly, most especially when you are from the state, it shows that the state is meddling in other political parties. So when I saw people, the chairperson of the PLU announcing that they have a new leadership, they are going to fight hard, I saw that we are meddling in dangerous things. Okay, for politics' sake, you are allowed to snitch on other political parties indirectly. Sometimes if you even want to install another leadership, you can do it, but of course under the cover. But the audacity of the PLU, an extension of the NRM, to come out and say that
within which takeover, he's already in charge. He's the legitimate president. We'll ensure that he's not disturbed.
I mean, taking over the headquarters.
This is what I mean. Okay. We want to ensure that he's not disturbed. Yes.
But it is so very unfortunate. It's the reason I'm saying that General Museveni is an authoritarian, is a bad leader for this country right now, because even the small achievements are being undone. But there is no day, even when he came out to say that he's going to take over the opposition, there's no day he has come out with such audacity. Because taking over the opposition, it was very easy. He used to entice the leadership. For DP, he took Norbert Mao. For UPC, there's a time he took the first lady. Maybe he wanted to break the family. He used tactics. These PLU charlatans are so crude. They come out with the leadership and announce that they are going to unseat someone. And trust me, they can, because they have the state machinery. They can influence everything. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the press conference which were made by the UPC leaders, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you're watching this video from a different platform, please please head on to YouTube. Grab Insula Mawagre. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. One, for me, I believe it's time for opposition to devise new means like it is in Kenya. First of all, we must balkanize this country for politics' sake if you want to change leadership. I was happy that Jimmy AKENA was taking away the northern region, most especially the Lango sub-region. But we want to take away Buganda and Busoga. We need other political fighters. Nanda Mafabi failed in the east, it is the truth. But if he could get much representation within the east, it was going to be okay. We wanted someone from Kigezi, so that at the time of election, they vote for those political parties. I was talking to someone and I told him that there is no political party that is strong across the country. Trust me, there is none. Not only in Uganda, but even in other countries. Even NRM, which is a state party with the money, with the brutality, with the ETC, it fails in some region. In Uganda, they did everything, they failed. Okay, in the east, they fought hard, but they failed. But yet it was so brutal. What about other political parties who just use the microphone to speak to the people? So after leaders understanding that there is no political party that can be big everywhere, it was incumbent for these political parties to give each other respect in regions where they are not strong. For example, how I wish Chagulani supported UPC candidates in a Lango sub-region. That was a very smart move. Even when he wants to get in the hearts of those people, it was the way to go. So, for those who fear politics, most especially transitional politics, they want to destroy the UPC because Jimmy AKENA is now awake. He wants to make his father's party great again. He wants to put the Lango people up, and by cutting him to size, the only thing is putting up a new leadership to say that they have a dealing with the UPC. In fact, during the press conference, even the members of parliament denied a cooperation with the PLU. In fact, here's a tape.
As a constitution, under Article 13 of our constitution, clearly state that it is the mandate of the incumbent party president of the UPC, or which in case is Jimmy J. Michael AKENA, to convene a delegate conference for the purpose of electing a party president. That's what I'm answering the question by Rachel. So, as a member of parliament or a member of the UPC parliamentary committee, we want to disassociate ourselves from the statement made by some PLU to impose one person called Edimi Nap. In his statement, Edimi Nap is saying he has been duly elected by the National Council of UPC for him to be the party president of UPC. That is not true, and I want to disassociate that he has never appeared in any UPC delegate conference. Some of us who are members of parliament don't even know him. We only saw him on social media when he's lamenting that he's a party president of UPC. So I want the whole nation to know that the legal party president of UPC is James Michael AKENA, who has been on the front line campaigning for UPC, doing everything for UPC. So the purported party leader of UPC, we do not know him and we don't want to associate with him in any way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Kenny.
That is when members of parliament were denying. And they are doing the right thing. Space must be fought for. Multipartyism must be fought for. Democracy must be fought for. If you don't come out to fight for your leadership and democracy, none will. Of course, as my PM and many yours truly, Mr. Makinde, Kabir Suleiman Magal. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I'm motivated to do more such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.